Starting a business in the US, do you need any American company registration? Do you actually need to incorporate a US company if you run an online business, create an Amazon business account, or sell IT products or services? Considering how to start a business online, can you simply do without any US company formation? You'll now discover answers to such questions in this video. I'm Dmitry Bruk, an international business attorney licensed to practice law in New York, Ukraine, and the US Supreme Court. US company registration gives you plenty of benefits, while failure to register a company in the US may cause serious problems. Now let's take a look at 7 practical examples. First, a US LLC or corporation gives you competitive advantages, as you can capture a share of the American market, which is the largest one in the world. You can win if you do this first ahead of your competitors. In contrast, without the US company, you might lose profitable business opportunities. As such, an American company is to become the main element of your business structure. Second, US companies are generally more reputable than entities from other startup jurisdictions, including those in Europe and Asia. Moreover, corporate America is certainly way more attractive than offshore company jurisdictions. In comparison, offshore company registration entails huge problems opening a bank account anywhere in the world. So the US should top your business registration wish list. Third, US businesses usually prefer to deal with American companies rather than any foreign companies. So neither a BVI or separate company in good standing would work as well as a Delaware company formation. This is because Americans prefer to conclude contracts with companies in the US, so that if something goes wrong, they could resolve a dispute at home rather than somewhere abroad. Even if a foreign company somehow works, starting a company in the USA would highly likely work much better. Fourth, if you are a non-resident, then without an American company, it's almost impossible to open a business bank account in the US. American banks normally refuse to open corporate accounts for foreign companies. Without the US bank account, you may be unable to receive payments from your online business or Amazon, for example, under the Amazon referral program. Likewise, company formation in the USA is a strong boost for your IT business to sell software products and outsourcing services. Fifth, you may eventually need to borrow money from an American bank. To give a loan, however, the bank would certainly request a US business credit history. The bank policy may, for instance, require an American company to exist for at least a couple of years. Absent the US company, there would be no credit history at all. So the sooner you incorporate your American company, the sooner you create your business credit history and get loans. Sixth, your business may need to get an investment. For this purpose, the American market is the most attractive for you to find business partners and investors, such as angel and venture capital investors. To finance your startup investment in the US, you need an American company. This is why Delaware online incorporation services prosper. They, however, don't offer company formation with bank account. Seventh, you may wish to invest, work, and live in the US. In this case, your American company registration would help you a long way. Specifically, you may get a business visa or work visa. Having formed a US company, for instance, you may become a US treaty investor and get an E2 visa, also known as US investor visa. Alternatively, you may qualify for an L1 visa, also known as intra-company transfer visa. Finally, you may get an EB5 visa, also known as investment green card in the US. So an American company would help you with the US immigration. As you can see from these practical cases, starting a business in the US urges you to incorporate company with Uncle Sam. This especially applies to doing business in the US by foreigners. By the way, do you know any other reasons to set up a company in the US? If so, please leave your comment below. Regardless of whether you are a US resident or non-resident, as an American business owner and manager, you need to effect various business actions, such as to gain reputable jurisdiction status, register business name, limit liability, secure ownership, fund operations, protect brand, test startup ideas, pitch commercial offers, negotiate deals, make contracts, sell products or services, get payments, protect assets, get finance, etc. Can you see the role of a US company in this big picture? All those actions necessitate a US company incorporation, even if it's a small business. As such, you can greatly benefit from the formation of a company in the USA. You can also start business as a foreigner holding an American company, be it in the form of LLC or corporation. Now you know why and how to start a business with a US entity from a legal perspective. For more information on the US company registration, please visit us at biruklo.com. If you have any questions, feel free to book our complimentary consultation by this link right now.